Indiana, they did well on the portal, didn't they? Right? They did well on the portal. One of the top winners, according to On3, when it comes to the portal, right? And national championships. Life has been good in Bloomington, Indiana. They're about to face their biggest test. Because the honeymoon phase is really over for Cignetti. Now, what I mean by that is that when he came to Indiana, he brought his guys, right? I'm not talking about the coaches. I'm talking about the players. He brought his guys to Indiana, those JMU guys, 14 JMU guys, 7 were there this past season. Those guys are gone, right? The Aiden Fisher's gone. The Surratt's gone. Those guys are gone, right? This is Cignetti. This is going to be Cignetti's biggest test because now he's having to build this team, create this mold of clay led by a couple guys in the transfer portal to play his style, to play the new Indiana Hoosier style ball, right? And they did well in the portal, right? You think about, even though this is going to be a brand new team, you think about Josh Hoover, one of the best quarterbacks who I'm high on running the RPO. He's going to fit well into that Indiana scheme, right? You think about Nick Marsh, wide receiver from Michigan State, right? Didn't really get going for Sparty, right? He's going to have an opportunity, just like Surratt did, in this heavy RPO system, right? In this heavy fade down the field, back shoulder scheme, right? He's a big body too. I like him a lot. This is a guy that can make some money heading into next year's draft. Nick Marsh, I like him, right? Preston Zachman, right? Safety for Wisconsin. Very underrated safety for Wisconsin, right? He's going to be able to come and bring a leadership role into that Indiana secondary, right? And kind of lead the charge there. AJ Harris, corner from Penn State, right? Dog, right? One of the top corners that are in the portal. He's gonna add to that defense as well too. Joshua Burnham, right? Defensive lineman from Notre Dame, right? So Cignetti and his team did a good job at going to get guys that they think could fit their system, fit their model, right? It doesn't always have to be about, the 5-star to 4-stars. It's really mostly about fit, right? And why I say this is going to be Cignetti's biggest test is because none of these guys know the culture, the foundation, what he's about, right? He's literally taking a brand new team, and it's easy to say in the transfer portal, but he's literally taking a brand new team of guys that he has not worked with before and trying to form what this 2026 Indiana Hoosiers team is going to be. So that's why I think this year is going to be Indiana's biggest test. And I'm going to bring up their schedule here right now, but they got some teams on the schedule that they're going to have to find a way to go to get through, right? Obviously, you think about, the Big Ten in general. First, you got North Texas, you got Howard, Western Kentucky. All right, past that. All right. Northwestern, Chip Kelly. Northwestern finishes the season better. Chip Kelly, now the offensive coordinator, right? Rutgers, we'll see what that is. It's Nebraska. What's that quarterback, right? Dylan Raiola went to Oregon, right? They got the quarterback from UNLV, right? So what's that going to look like on the Matt Rule? Year 4 Matt Rule, right? They go, actually, Ohio State comes to Bloomington, right? This will probably be Josh Hoover's biggest game. The next week, they go to Michigan. That's going to be a better team, right? Led by a lot of freshmen last year, right? Under new head coach. Why is the Utah coach blanking on me right now, right? Name's blanking on me, but you know who I'm talking about, right? Another year under the young guy's belt with experience, right? And then they go to Minnesota. Minnesota's always, I don't care what anyone says, Minnesota's always going to play you guys tough. Yeah, I can see that being a low-scoring game. Go right back to USC comes to you, right? You got the advantage because USC has to travel East Coast. But then you go to Washington, all right? And then you finish with Purdue. So when I look at their schedule, yeah, they're gonna have their difficulties in really bonding and coming together, but also their travel is going to be interesting as well too, right? So this is why I think Indiana and Coach Cignetti, 2026 is going to be his true test, his real test, all right? His real test at how quick guys buy in, right? How quick guys buy in and how quick can they become a team.